Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On a very special episode today for April 1st, or April Fool's Day, I made the memeiest of all meme decks, the Fall of Kroog's LD deck. So somebody in the viewers asked me to make a deck like this, so I went ahead and tried to do one, and this deck is absolutely horrendous. I've recorded for 2 hours and I got a few games that I actually managed to pull ahead, and I wanted to just share those games with you because this is actually kind of fun when it does what it's supposed to do, but most of the time it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So the idea is we're gonna LD them with Dire-Strain and Fall of Kroog, and then use Arcane Bombardment to replay those, and then get a bunch of mana, or not a bunch of mana, get a bunch of LD onto our opponent. To add on top of that, we add Assassin Trophy to pop up more lands, and the rest of the deck is just shell for removal into trying to stall until we can blow up their lands. That's the idea of the deck. I got a super hidden tech in Titania's command so that we can also exile their graveyards if they happen to be one of that land deck that keeps shuffling replaying their lands back with the Architect. I think that's what it's called. The Architect of whatever fall, the elf dude. But no, none of that. Exile, right? So that's the whole idea of this deck. It also catch a lot of graveyard synergy decks off guard by having just one card as a tech. And the whole deck plays exactly like that. Burn creatures, destroy lands until we can get the Arcane Bombardment to pop off. Now, the deck also has some card draw. Commune Spirit help us draw the Arcane Bombardment or just a land. Big Score definitely help us draw a little bit of card. We have 2 Vampire Vengeance instead of 4 Brotherhood's End in order to get that blood token, which also might be useful. And then, of course, we have the Chandra to get the +1 to exile 5 cards to cast an instant sorcery. Just one Chandra. She's pretty good, but she's also very slow. So that's kind of the idea of this deck. Let's talk about the whole deck list now. In the early game, we got 2 Play with Fire, 2 Torch the Tower for, killing creatures or dealing damage to our opponent. The reason why I didn't just put Torch the Fire is because sometimes we want to have Play with Fire to deal damage to our opponent's face. Whenever it's get underneath a Arcane Bombardment, we want to have a target for Play with Fire. So that's why it's there. Commune Spirit help us draw the card that we need, which is Arcane Bombardment. This whole deck doesn't really work without the Bombardment itself. 2-drop, we have 2 Abrade and 2 Lightning Strike, same reason. I don't want to just have Lightning Strike because I want to be able to deal damage to creatures and also have a chance to pop up artifacts. There are artifacts that you want to pop, Celestis, the Realm Breaker, things like that. And then also you can use it to pop like a clue token if your opponent's playing the Gleeful Demolition. That way they don't get their 1/1s. 2 Assassin Trophy for destroy any permanent, and our opponent search for a basic land. Guess what? If we keep popping the stuff and asking them to search for basic lands, a lot of times they're not going to have any left. And then the 3-drop to 2 Vampire's Vengeance to deal 2 to the board to all non-vampires and create a blood token to cycle. And then we also have 2 Brotherhood's End just to deal 3 damage to the whole board. The thing about Vampire's Vengeance you gotta be careful about is that it doesn't hit Epicures. So if your opponent has Epicures, this doesn't actually do anything to them, and be careful with that. We also have 3 Dire-Strain Rampage that kills an artifact, enchantment, or land, but if we pop a land that way, our opponent searches for 2 basic lands, puts into play. Otherwise, they search for 1 basic land and put into play. One thing that I failed to notice when I was theory crafting this deck is that this doesn't just target opponents. You can target yourself. So 3 mana, you can pop 1 of your lands to search for 2 basic, and actually ramps yourself. And you'll see that in some of the games I play. I try to ramp myself with a Dire-Strain just so that I can Arcane Bombardment or Fall of Kroog a little bit earlier. Of course, also we can do that with Big Score. On a 4-drop, just toss a land or toss a card, and we get 2 treasure to sneak out a 4-drop on like turn 5. Sneak out a 6-drop on turn 5, or sometimes sneak out Bombardment along with a 2 mana spell on turn 6, which will be very important. On the 5-drop, we got 3 Burn Down a House. This is our end game win condition. When we get it underneath a Bombardment, we just keep making Devils and attacking with it. Then the Bombardment, of course, every turn, for the first instant sorcery spell we play, we get to exile instant sorcery from our graveyard, and we get to cast it for free. So we can, continuously get value off of that. Chandra, double our instant sorcery for once each turn, and then the ultimate card in the deck, the Fall of Kroog, the choose target opponent, destroy target land that opponent controls, also deals 3 damage to them and 1 damage to their board. And then, you know, really just an LD that costs 6. It's too much, but hopefully there will be better LD in the newer sets that we can sneak under Arcane Bombardment. I think Wizards saw this coming and they said, too much, none of that. And then of course 1 Titania's Command, just 1 for the super hidden tech, but I'm starting to think maybe 2 is necessary. I see a lot of graveyard decks out there. Then let's talk about the land base, because we are a very control-y deck. So we have 26 lands total. We have 1 swamp for the Assassin Trophy, just 1 in case we want to sneak that out. 3 mountains, 3 forests, 1 Boseiju. We have a lot of basic lands because we might want to Dire-Strain ourselves. 4 Copperline Gorge, 4 Carplucent Forest, 4 Rockfall Vale, 4 Ziatora's Proving Ground, and 1 of each Demolition Field and Field of Ruin to pop our opponent's Mirrex and other non-basic lands. And of course, you can imagine that they're going to run out of lands very soon if we keep destroying them and asking them to search. That's the whole idea of the deck. So that's really all I got. Let's go to our games. Known cards in your opponent's hand are shown face up. Oh boy. Very, very useful hint right here. Knowing what your opponent have in their hand. It's half the game. I'm not even being sarcastic here. Alright, we're playing against Ryu. Oh, please don't punch me. We go first with some good Dire-Strain goodness. We'll say hi, and hopefully they'll play some weird dragon deck that takes forever, so we have time to set up. Plains, Crawling Chorus. There goes any setup hope that we can have. Alright, we basically can live for another 2 turns. So if I can get a Brotherhood's End with the next 2 turns, we might have a chance. Pop my own land. Bet you didn't see that coming. Alright, red, green. That way I can burn down the house next turn if I need to. If I draw a land, I will burn down the house. And then I'll Fall of Kroog him. Yeah, he missed the land drop last turn. That was kind of weird. Does he just gonna poison me? Does he just gonna... I English good. Alright. What else we got? Acacia's Welcome. I do get a land here, so... You know... Let's just do the thing. We'll get the 1/1s. Not even gonna attack. You wanna draw cards? You draw cards. He's dead, basically. Right, he's gonna be on 3 lands for a while. He draws a card. Annex Sentry is really good against all my devils. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Destroy that land that you got there. Oh, he's not missing land drops anymore. Can I get a good card? Bombardment would be good. That's about it. What the heck is this? Another target creature with Toxic gives +1/+1 against flying. Oh boy. No, that's not a very good card. So it's tapped, and I don't want to play anything since it's tapped. So let's just Kroog him again. Why not? Not that poison, I have 3. It's a mono white deck, so I don't think the land destruction plan is gonna get anywhere for quite some time. I mean, if I draw just 1 Arcane Bombardment, this will be all different. Assuming he has no interaction with it. What is this deck? I've never seen this before. Is this... It's Spirited Companion. Alright, draw 2 cards. Good for you. Can't block it. It's flying. I do draw a Bombardment. Now, I guess the question is, do you have interaction? Because if there is no interaction, then we get stuff going. If there is interaction, I'm gonna peace out. Because this has been a long, long day. Of course you do. Or 3, so it costs 5 for me to get there. If I draw another Assassin's Trophy or a 2-mana card, I can actually play it. Don't want to block the Spirited Companion, it doesn't do anything. But I will get Toxic. This will repeat what we did last game. But now I have 5. This is Toxic 1, right? It's not Toxic 2. Well... Can't say our opponent don't have cards. Another Takasia's Welcome. We'll go down to 8. Because of course we are. That's a land. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough for really anything, so... This is gonna cost 7 just to get rid of a seal, right? Or we can pay 2, which is 5. Then we don't have anything for remainder of the mana. I don't think that's good enough of an answer. They draw so many cards this way, right, with the Takasia's Welcome. So I have to Dire-Strain Rampage them, and then hopefully I don't die to the board, or he has another one. I mean, if he has another one, why would I even care? If he has another sealed, I'm just gonna seal myself out of this game. Burn down the house. Could have played it at any point, but then he'll just reload. And then the Takasia's Welcome and draw him a lot of cards. This has been one memey day. Ossification. Okay. Was there a plan in motion to all that? You're gonna draw a seal, just you watch. Hey, I'm not dead. 8 toxic, but not dead. I want to tap this. Right? That leaves the Copperline Gorge open. Maybe it's necessary. Who knows? What did I exile? Fall of Kroog. Alright, with your face. You can keep that ossification, doesn't it? I got an assassin trophy. I can take out his... I can destroy any permanent. I can take out his Mirrors. Skrelv, huh? I'll let the Skrelv come out. He draws 2 cards. He draws 2 cards. Take out his Mirrors. You want to tap your Mirrors in response? Wonder if he knows. I wonder if he knows. He does? He doesn't know. Alright, so we will cast... How does this work? I cast the Fall first, right? No. If I select this first, we'll make the 1/1s. Then I'll cast the Fall. So the Fall goes first. We'll destroy this land. How many lands do you think is in our deck? All the creature dies, and then I get my 1/1s. Then I destroy the Mirrors. We'll get another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 so far. Commune Spirit, huh? The worst card I could have gotten. So, do I want to Fall of Kroog here again? Yeah, let's do it. We'll Assassin's Trophy. I'll do this first. We'll get the 1/1s. Deal some damage, destroy a land. And then we'll Assassin's Trophy will destroy his seal. Yes. We'll pay the 3. Now it's a little bit harder for him to interact with. He's getting a lot of lands, but that's fine. Also popping his lands. Lands. I think that's lethal, right? That's just a land here. There you go. GG. Alright, our opponent is right lion instead of left tiger. Okay, opponent goes first. We got a Dire-Strain into a Bombardment, so if there are no interactions, we might be able to get it off on turn 17. It's gonna take a while. But if there's no interactions, that's how we play Arena. Alright, interactions 100% with a land war waste. Sultai. Founding. I mean, sure. Why don't you just cheat out your stuff? So far, nothing. Pelagio. Surveil. More lands in the graveyard. Take action. Get some lands. Cast that? Yeah, you cast that. Our opponent's been hitting some bad cards too. But hey, my luck is always going to be worse, so that's okay. Don't think I can ramp fast enough. Chase.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh will always lose.
Mills himself.
No secret escapes my grasp.
Gets the Squirming. With nothing to squirm out, this is does not destroy planeswalkers. So, guess we will big score this turn, which means that we'll toss the Gorge. Do you have counterspell? Should not have tossed the Gorge. Should have played the other way. I don't think this deck runs counterspell though, to be fair. Can he return anything? Virtue? Yeah, Virtue. Oh, he returns Founding. Mill 4 cards. Nisa. Pretty scary.
Heal.
Didn't attack. Okay. Discard a Gorge. Should have discarded Vengeance, to be fair. Does feel like there's a stick. I don't know what that is. Would it be a make disappear? That would catch me so off guard. It could just be the gaze. So have to do it right now, right? Before it gets big. So let's land or bear. I think bear. No, land. Graveyard. Don't get teched. Ha! Teched. One Titania's command and you just get blown out. Your deck must be terrible. Onion QAQ. Hello, Onion. You look like you have an onion for a head. Alright, we get lands, I guess. Who knows? I keep every hand because I have to with this deck. Alright. Let's commune. There is a land. Let's take it. Do I want this land? I don't have any black mana. Or I don't have any requirement for black mana, right? I want to play a land that's untapped next turn. And then another land that's untapped the turn after. So, Forest. Interesting. Not interesting anymore. Junkai Naturals. Just kill it when we can. Alright. The problem now is going to be my top decks. Restoration of the Ganjo. I might just fire to play with fire in his face. Just to get a better card draw. See? Third bombardment. Shuffler's fine. Oh, I don't think I stand a chance with against an enchantment deck. They're just gonna keep enchantmenting me. But they do have Radiant Grove, so they're definitely a budget. Would they have anything to exile an enchantment? I wonder. Hollow Haunting. Alright, it's that deck. Let's not let them have cheap enchantment to play. Do I pitch one right now? Let's just pitch one right now. Maybe I'll get a land. Not a land. Spirit of Companion. Let's toss the Brotherhood End. It's too low. So now I have 7 mana. If I draw one, it'll be 8 mana. It's not enough. Lightning Strike. Burn Down the House barely takes out the board, right? Brotherhood's End takes out everything but the Architect. Does not really give me much mana to play anything else. I can pop the Hollow Haunting with the Dire-Strain and Brotherhood's End. This is 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, it's not enough for anything. I could Dire-Strain myself. Huh. He just wants card draw, so his hand is bad. Leeching. If I get a land, I can combo off with these 2 cards, but I need to get a land, right? I guess I have 2 turns to draw it. That's a land. So yeah, bombardment, I want to land that as soon as I can. And then I can lightning strike one of these cards. What do I have in the graveyard? A lot. So let's see what I can actually get with the lightning strike. Because this is going to flip. He puts a +1 first. And then this resolves. I do have to target with lightning strike. So let's target with the Spirited Companion. No. Oh, this is bad, right? I need to kill something big, but I'm kind of afraid of killing something big, so let's just do it. This exiles 1 card. Okay, play with fire. Okay, that's good. That's 5 damage. If he wants, he can exile the Arcane Bombardment. I can get it back. Restoration of the Ganja. How much is 4 drop? Okay. So, do I have enough? I do have enough. Let's pop your land. Right? Is destroy target. Destroy target artifact, creature, or land. So yeah, I can just destroy the land. Didn't go through. First instant sorcery each turn. I guess there's those. Gets a dog back. Does he have another one of those exile things? If he doesn't, I have a chance. Slim chance, but a chance. Let's pop your Hollow Hunting. That's the scariest card. I get to return a Lightning Strike onto the Orochi. He gets basic lands, but that's about it. I don't have Play with Fire anymore. Or no, I don't have that other card, the one I want. Burn down a house. No, never mind. I have it now. Still 5 damage to the board and wipe his board here. I also get Lightning Strike to his face. And Play with Fire to his face. That's a good card. I do want that. GG! Your enchantment's no match for my whatever jank. Okay, our next opponent, Javier Terror. Havert Terror? Alright, this is like the 7th game I play where I go second. It's exactly Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm not even good at the game, like what the fuck? No, that will be the only land that comes in play tapped. Mono black, huh? Sure. Tech. Alright, there's a lot of emotions here. It's gonna get my lands this way. I don't really care as much. Milling me actually helps for the bombardment. If that's what he wants. You got it. Take my forest, you monster. Graveyard Trespasser. Can't stop that. We get the trespass on one of these cards. He didn't. Why didn't he? Alright, get to pop that. Is it just a Realm Breaker deck? This is the deck. This is the game where I'm not gonna draw any Arcane Bombardments. I just know it. I'm not gonna Lightning Strike that. If you want to remove the Dire-Strain, go for it. Alcatraz. There's only 3, right? Can't actually do anything with 3. He didn't. Let's take out the Lightning Strike. It's not as good right now. I want my Bombardment. Not gonna draw my Bombardment, but I want it nevertheless. Oh! Huh. Okay. Okay. So, that is enough for me to Alcatraz him and get something else out. First instant, right? Take out his Bat God, I get another card. Commune. It gives me a land. And getting second bombardment is pretty nice. Now let's do it. We're an LD deck, so let's see if we can use up all his cards. This does force him to get on the board. We burn down a house will help a lot. Graveyard Trespasser is good for him, but we have too much in the graveyard for him to exile. He's scared about that card? Fall of Kroog. Alright. I think he knows what this combo is. Shieldred, got nothing to sack here. But if that's all you're gonna do, you're gonna regret that. So 5 to the board. Abrade. Decline. I'll do this. I'm gonna do it anyways. Just for the heck of it. Take that. That ought to learn you. He can bring in the Alcatraz if he wants, but it's not going to be good for him. I can just exile it. Sure. What a good play. Burn down. Give me the 1/1. Abrade will deal 3 damage to this. I get to get another land. I don't want any more bombardments. Right. Exiled. Ooh, a Vampire's Vengeance. Alright, so if I play the Vampire's Vengeance, I'm gonna lose these guys. Seems kind of dumb, but it's fine. It's under the bombardment already. Oh, I also get a big score. Let's discard that. I'll burn down a house to get them 1/1s. I'll commune too. I'll decline the last thing. Oh, Boseiju. That's a land, that's actually not a land. Big score, draw 2 cards. Both of those cards are lands. Alright, get memed on. We'll drop a land. We'll drop this land. See what we can draw. Dire-Strain. Fire that off next turn. Get back my forest, you jerk. It's gotta have some scary plays, right? 6, 7. He's gonna steal from a deck. No, just tapped himself out for fun. Alright, I'm gonna pop your... Opponent's being a chance. Let's see, we can burn down for 1/1s. Big score for draw 2 cards. And then we will decline the rest. Is he gonna search? It does search. I think I can kill him next turn, right? This is 2, and then I get the devils. Yeah, I mean I can kill him this turn. GG. We gotta win! Yay! Welcome back. Now that you've seen all the games that I've actually won in, you can see how good this deck or how bad this deck is, or whether or not you want to play it. Because I really do think this is an interesting deck. Of course, there's better ways to flesh it out probably. And I think right now I have a lot of the core cards in the deck, just not with the right numbers off. I'm not sure 2 Brotherhood's End is good or 2 Dire-Strain is good. Maybe I want more. I'm not sure if I need 3 Fall of Kroog. A lot of times I just get 3 in opening hand. It gets stuck in my hand and I can't really play it because there's 6 drops. There's a lot of 6 drops. There's too many 6 drops in this deck. So there must be something that we have to kind of adjust or filter out. That's at least what I think about in terms of this deck. I don't think there's no validity to this deck at all. It is a meme deck, so it'll take a while to figure out, but it's funny when you get it when you get it popping. Then your opponent will have to figure out where their land go, because their land keeps getting popped. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.